The Berkshire Black Economic Council, BBEC, has partnered with the First Congregational Church of North Adams to host Am Afro, a street fair for all the people. This free Juneteenth celebration takes place Saturday, June 17th in North Adams and will feature performances, pop-up booths, delicious food, and family-friendly activities. No registration is required and anyone is welcome. It goes from 11 to 5. The lawn of the church in downtown North Adams will come alive with dance, music, visual and theater arts, and spoken word by talented local Black residents. A.J. Enchill is president and executive director of the Berkshire Black Economic Council. Joins us this morning for a preview. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Glad to be here. It's a tremendous honor.
Very nice to have you on the program. What brought you to want to do this particular event?
So it started a while back. As the Berkshire Black Economic Council, we divided our economic development strategy into two parts. There's the work that we do to support the private sector industries, but also the work supporting Black artists in the Berkshires. And so we did a study with our ambassadors of the Black Arts Council to survey Black residents and visitors to learn what would make for a more robust and diverse arts and cultural economy here in the Berkshires. And we developed a report, and within that report, there were some findings, and one of those key findings spoke to the need for more street fairs and vendor craft fairs for Black artists. And so once we did our launch of the data reveal, we were quickly connected with the First Congregational Church of North Adams, who said, hey, we'd love to team up with you all on this, but we know it's not really our place to take the lead on this because it should be led by Black people. And so here we are.
When you say here we are, what are you ready for that will take place over the weekend?
We're ready for our street fair. We're excited to get our Black artists and businesses under one roof. In this case, it's a theoretical roof. And we're going to showcase and highlight their businesses and tell their stories as business owners and artists to make the community aware of all the Black work and excitement that is happening in Berkshire County. I think because this is a predominantly white community, we're sometimes forgotten or in some instances even sidelined, but that's not going to happen this Saturday. This Saturday is simply a day of celebration in the name of Juneteenth, which is a jubilee for the freedom of the enslaved African Americans throughout our country.
So give me a sense of the community of Black businesses within North Adams and what it is like to work with them to come together, not just on something like this, but on issues that are relevant to all participants.
So our mission is to aid and advocate on the behalf of Berkshire County's Black businesses. And we've been asked a number of times, why North Adams? Why not do it in Pittsfield? And it's not because we don't love Pittsfield. We obviously do. I'm Pittsfield born and raised. The point is we need to have the community aware of all the Black talent that exists here within the Berkshires. And so this weekend is about bringing Black people to North Adams to celebrate and highlight all that we have going on. And so we're bringing out live performances. We're bringing out a DJ. We'll have spoken word and poetry, but also lawn games. This is a day for all the people to come out and engage and have a day to remember, but also to celebrate our history and where we're at today.
Give us a sense of the Berkshire Black Economic Council, of when it was developed and how it has helped over that period of time.
We're fairly new. We were incorporated in 2021. We received our 501c3 status in 2022, and we've been our goal is to provide technical assistance. So we quickly hired staff. We now have an executive assistant and a communications coordinator on team who are doing an excellent job at promoting our work and obviously supporting local Black businesses. And so we now have an office here in Pittsfield. We're across from City Hall, adjacent to the police department. And we have an office where entrepreneurs can come in, they can access our equipment, be it laptops or computers, and receive the guidance as they work through applications for grants or loans or what have you. And anytime an entrepreneur has a question, we're quick to expedite an answer, be it through our directory of resources here in the community or by aiding the entrepreneurs we serve by giving them the guidance and expertise that we have in-house.
I realize this can be very broad, but what kind of questions do you get? What kind of questions do businesses come to you and say, okay, we could use a hand on this?
So we get questions about entity formation. We get questions about, hey, how do I go about finding access to capital? Or how can I increase my patronage? A lot of entrepreneurs that we serve are typically working in pop-up settings. So they're having to jump from site to site, weekend to weekend. And that's in part why we've activated this new program called Vibe North Street here in Pittsfield. Due to COVID, we lost a lot of businesses in our downtown. And so as a response, we have set up the storefront recruitment grant to fill businesses and these vacancies in our downtown corridor to make our community vibrant again. That way, we can, A, bridge access to capital by starting entrepreneurs with a fit-out cost that they may need, but also to create a new playing field where we don't have the old dynamic that we used to see where it's landlord-tenant and I'm the landlord, here are my rules we play by, but let's actually set the table such that we can eat together, right, and make this an economical relationship for both of us. So now the awardee, being the tenant, can use those funds to improve the storefront and the physical space, whether it's in-store decorations, fixtures, or countertops, what have you, so that business can get going, and in hopes that they can negotiate with the landlord to make the next 6 to 8 months rent-free, because now they're making improvements to the physical space that the landlord otherwise wouldn't have the capital for, and now this business gets a runway to get going without being burdened by rent.
The Berkshire Black Economic Council is partnering with the First Congregational Church of North Adams, Massachusetts, to host I Am Afro, a street fair for all the people. It is a Juneteenth celebration. It takes place this Saturday, June 17th, in North Adams, and will feature performances, pop-up booths, delicious food, family-friendly activities. You don't have to register or anything. It goes from 11 to 5. All you have to do to find out more information is go to the website berkshirebec.org, berkshirebec.org. A.J. Enchill, President and Executive Director of the Berkshire Black Economic Council, thank you very much for being with us. A great pleasure to have you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
Have a terrific event. Thank you so much. Again, you can find out more information about I Am Afro, a street fair for all the people, taking place June 17th in North Adams at berkshirebec.org. You're listening to The Roundtable on